Texas mom sentenced to prison for molesting son's friend, a detailed analysis. Natalie Sorrells, a 46-year-old Texas woman, has been sentenced to 5 years in prison. The conviction stems from 2 counts of indecent sexual contact with a minor. The victim was a 13-year-old friend of her son. The case garnered significant attention, amplified by Sorrells' widely circulated smiling mugshot. Give a like and subscribe. Leave a comment. The abuse reportedly began in April 2023. It continued for a period exceeding 1 year. Multiple instances of molestation were alleged to have occurred. These incidents transpired at a party hosted for her son and in her car following a football game. The abuse was brought to light when the victim's mother discovered deleted text messages. These messages were exchanged between Sorrells and her son. Initially, the victim resisted disclosing the abuse to his mother. He eventually confessed to his mother and to authorities. The Heath Department of Public Safety was involved in the subsequent investigation. Formal charges were filed in September 2024 by the Rockwall County Criminal District Attorney's Office. Sorrells was arrested in February 2025. She was initially released on a $100,000 bond. Following her conviction, she was taken back into custody. The sentencing resulted in 30 months per count, to be served consecutively. The jury acquitted Sorrells on 2 counts of aggravated sexual assault of a child. A conviction on the aggravated charges could have resulted in a minimum sentence of 25 years. The aggravated charges were specifically related to the victim being under the age of 14. They also included accusations of Sorrells providing alcohol to the minor. A request for a protective order has been filed against Sorrells. A hearing regarding this protective order is scheduled for May 22. Lake Point Church, where Sorrells volunteered, issued a public statement. Sorrells had been involved in the church's youth ministry. The church stated that no inappropriate activity occurred on church property. They informed parents of the situation and restricted Sorrells' access to minors. Consequently, Sorrells was removed from her volunteer position. Sorrells was employed as a real estate agent for Coldwell Banker Apex. The victim initially hesitated to disclose Sorrells' behavior to his mother. He later told both his mother and members of the Heath Department of Public Safety that Sorrells had been molesting him for over a year. This case presents a disturbing example of abuse of power and trust. The age difference between Sorrells and the victim is a critical factor. The location of the abuse, both at a party and in a vehicle, highlights the opportunistic nature of the crimes. The initial reluctance of the victim to report the abuse is a common element in such cases. The discovery of deleted text messages proved crucial in initiating the investigation. The involvement of multiple agencies, including the Rockwall County Criminal District Attorney's Office and the Heath Department of Public Safety, demonstrates the seriousness with which the case was treated. The jury's decision to acquit Sorrells on the aggravated charges while convicting her on the indecent contact charges suggests a nuanced understanding of the evidence presented. The church's response, including informing parents and restricting Sorrells' access, reflects a commitment to protecting children within its community. The protective order sought against Sorrells aims to further safeguard the victim and potentially other minors. The consecutive sentencing underscores the severity of the offenses in the eyes of the court. The case raises several legal questions regarding the definition of indecent sexual contact and aggravated sexual assault. The distinction between these charges hinges on factors such as the age of the victim and the nature of the contact. The prosecution's decision to pursue both types of charges suggests an attempt to secure the most severe possible penalties. The jury split verdict indicates that they found sufficient evidence to support the indecent contact charges, but not enough to prove the elements of aggravated sexual assault beyond a reasonable doubt. The protective order, if granted, will impose restrictions on Sorrells' contact with the victim and potentially other individuals. Violations of a protective order can result in further criminal charges. The case also highlights the importance of mandatory reporting laws, which require certain individuals, such as teachers and healthcare professionals, to report suspected child abuse. Cases of this nature can have a profound impact on the community. They can erode trust in individuals in positions of authority and responsibility. They can also raise concerns about the safety and well-being of children. Open communication and education are essential to addressing these concerns. Community organizations, schools, and religious institutions can play a vital role in preventing child abuse. This includes providing training to adults on how to recognize and report suspected abuse. It also involves educating children about personal safety and boundaries. Creating a culture of transparency and accountability is crucial to fostering a safe environment for all. Providing support to the victim is paramount in cases of child sexual abuse. This support should include access to counseling and therapy. It should also involve providing a safe and supportive environment where the victim feels comfortable sharing their experiences. The victim's family also requires support to cope with the trauma and navigate the legal process. Victim advocacy organizations can provide valuable resources and assistance. These organizations can help the victim and their family understand their rights and access available services. They can also provide emotional support and guidance throughout the healing process. Preventing child sexual abuse requires a multifaceted approach. This includes educating children about personal safety and boundaries. It also involves training adults on how to recognize and report suspected abuse. Strengthening community oversight and accountability mechanisms is also essential. Background checks for individuals working with children can help to identify potential risks. Implementing policies and procedures to prevent abuse in organizations serving children is crucial. Promoting open communication and a culture of transparency can help to deter potential offenders. The widespread dissemination of Sorrells' smiling mugshot on social media highlights the role of these platforms in shaping public perception. While social media can raise awareness about important issues, it can also contribute to the spread of misinformation and harmful stereotypes. It is important to approach information shared on social media with a critical eye. The potential for online shaming and harassment is a significant concern. While holding offenders accountable is important, it is also crucial to protect their privacy and ensure that they are treated fairly under the law. Social media platforms have a responsibility to moderate content and prevent the spread of harmful material. The Natalie Sorrells case serves as a stark reminder of the devastating impact of child sexual abuse. It underscores the importance of vigilance, prevention, and support for victims. By understanding the details of this case and its broader implications, we can work together to create safer communities for all children. The legal proceedings, the community's reaction, and the victim's journey toward healing all contribute to a complex narrative that demands careful consideration and proactive measures.